And howdy do to you. I'm trying a different angle here. Got stuff going on anyway. Make a long story. Hey, this time the beer whisperer. Hey, you're drinking with the beer whisperer again. Hey, I want to show you something here. I'm going to try. This is Baraboo Lumberjack India Pale Ale. Now, let me tell you what this is. I'm going to pop it for you. I'll read from their website. I'm sure most of you have had beers from Trader Joe's. They are basically beers brewed by them for other people with their label on it. That's basically what this is. Baraboo is proprietary for Hy-Vee supermarkets. I wish. It does have nice color, doesn't it? It does pour a little thin for what you're expecting IPA to be. Not a bad aroma, though. I tell you what, I'm going to read just a little from their website, and just so you know what I'm doing here. Again, this isn't great Baraboo that you may be familiar with. I'm not sure why they chose the name Baraboo if they knew there was a great Baraboo out there, because that is going to be confusing, but it's Baraboo, not great Baraboo. Oh, okay. All right. There we go. Hey, a choice of 6. 3 different beer styles from the foundation of the Baraboo beer lineup. Each pleasing flavor will be available year-round. The main choices with Baraboo are the Red Granite Lager, the Lumberjack IPA, and the Woodpecker Wheat. In addition to this trio, there will also be 3 seasonal Baraboo beers at Hy-Vee. Okay, well, there you go. That tells you what you want to know, right? And then this is their description of their Lumberjack IPA. Hops infuse bright and sometimes bitter taste into beer, and the traditional India Pale Ale, IPA, can be overly hoppy. To avoid this pitfall, sweet malt is added to balance any bitterness in Lumberjack. I don't know if they're missing the point. I mean, most craft beer drinkers drink IPAs because they want that bitterness, but okay. They're obviously going for something different. This allows other flavors, citrusy, fruity scents, to be sensed while drinking Lumberjack IPA. Pairs well with spicy foods, yada yada yada, just like all the others. Okay, all right. Get the camera back on me so you know I'm not reading something. Let me show you the beer. Here's the thing. Aroma's not big on it, as many are. I'm giving it a good treatment here, though. I mean, I obviously poured it in a nice glass. It does have a nice color. But by that description, you could tell they're not going for a big, bitter IPA. They're not. And they don't list any numbers, ABV or IBU. They list nothing. This comes out at about $6.99 a 6-pack, which by today's craft beer standards is pretty reasonable. Gotta stir something here real quick, so bear with me. Here we go. I'm in the middle of cooking dinner here. But I want to do a beer video while I had a moment. If I was grading this and comparing it to some of the big name craft IPAs, the truth is it wouldn't score very well. But here's the thing: if I take it, you know, if I kind of grade it on a curve, you know what I'm saying? A new trend right now are smallish IPAs. You know, Lagunitas has their daytime IPA that's under 5%, and there's several others. I recently revisited the Bridgeport India Pale Ale, which is 5.5%. Now, if I was a guessing man, I'm going to say this is probably about 5 to 5.5%. It's not any bigger than 5.5. And if I was to guess the IBUs, I would say it's only probably. Hold on a second. I'm going to say it's probably 40 to 50 at a top end. So it's really more of a pale than an IPA. But you know, that aside, oh, here's the mouthfeel is also thinner. So, but again, it depends on how you want to look at this thing. If you saw IPA, you pour this, you want it to taste like one of your favorite, you know, $10, $12 6-pack IPAs, it's not going to get there, man. But realize you only paid $7 for it, and forget what the bottle says and drink it on its own merits. What I mean by that is, regardless of you think if it's a full IPA or not, does it taste good? And the truth is, it does taste good. There's nothing fundamentally wrong with it. It's not as big as I would typically, personally, like an IPA to be. But for a rare, relatively inexpensive, sessionable beer, yeah, you know, it's fine. There's really nothing, again, there's nothing fundamentally wrong with it. It's just smaller than my taste buds would like. But is it worth $7? Absolutely. You know, sometimes that's all you got, brother. Very interesting flavors going on, though. I noticed that I tried one the other day. And we deal with an IPA, hops. Anyway, you expect citrusy, grapefruit specifically, sometimes pine. On this one, I got something different. I got like a. Hold on a second, I'll tell you. I'm getting a tea flavor. I don't know. You know, try it and tell me see if you agree with me. But yeah, I'm getting a tea. Like a big black, you know, Turkish type of tea in the background. And then my hops hit. That's kind of the finish I'm getting on it. Yeah, you know, here's the thing. It isn't that big in your face IPA. It's not going to wow you. It's not going to hit your top 10. It's just not. What it is going to do, though, it is going to, well, it's beer. You know, it's going to taste like a beer. It's going to do what a beer's supposed to do. The mouthfeel is light, so is it a true IPA? You know, that's a little iffy. That's going to go into, you know, different interpretation. And like I said, it's a little lighter than I would normally drink or you know, like or buy on a regular basis. But see, that's the difference between $7 and $10 a 6-pack. If I'm going to a gathering, if I think I just lost my video there. If I'm going to a gathering, and I just want something to drink a 6-pack of, this is going to fit the bill, it's going to taste good, it's not going to cost a lot of money. So, hey, this time at Beer Whisper, we just drank our relatively cheap IPA.